That's right. He's making progress and he's doing better, but he was not out there today. Again, this was an extra practice day, a little bonus day coming out of the bye. So he still has plenty of time to get ready to return to his QB2 role by the time that they go to New York and face the Jets on Sunday. But they also don't have to rush it because they have Bailey Zappi ready to stand in there, and he actually has a lot more experience than Shedeur Sanders. So it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Bailey had to remain QB2 for another week. So we'll have to see how that goes, but it was an interesting development.
Mary Kay Cabot just dropped another story, saying Shedeur Sanders' injury is too serious for him to start against the Jets. But wait, Shedeur himself never said that. He only mentioned getting treatment, not that he can't play. We've even seen him practicing and talking about getting ready. So what's the truth here? Is Mary Kay making up another injury story to help Stefanski avoid starting Shedeur? Or is Shedeur actually more hurt than he's letting on? This whole situation just got even more suspicious.
Sanders rants. Now, Shedeur Sanders has to make sure he's 100% ready to go, and I'm sure he's going to do that. He's been doing it all through this bye week. We saw that numerous times on Twitch, along with that meeting with Primetime Deion Sanders out there in Colorado, because Coach Prime also mentioned that Shedeur Sanders was getting treatment, which is very important. I'm still scratching my head a little bit considering Shedeur Sanders has a back injury, because he really haven't been getting any first team reps, any type of reps. I mean, he's been practicing on his own. So the fact that he has been dealing with an injury is a little bit questionable, but he did confirm those things not only during the bye week on Twitch, but also Coach Prime confirmed that as well when he spoke about him getting treatment at Colorado. And of course, Shedeur Sanders probably have something that's going on that's very minor, but he's seen enough with Kevin Stefanski's offense to the point where there's no need to rush out there and risk injury throwing 5-yard passes all game. So with this announcement, as far as offensive coordinator play calling change, maybe this will speed up the process when it comes to Shedeur Sanders getting himself ready to go. Not to say that it was going to change anything, because we already know Shedeur Sanders is going to make sure that he's ready to go.
Mary Kay does it again, trying to keep Shedeur Sanders out of the spotlight. She pretends to be fair, but her comments always push the same message. Downplay Shedeur, hype someone else, support Stefanski. She keeps saying Shedeur is making progress, but then brings up that he wasn't at practice today, ignoring the fact that it wasn't a real practice, just a light session. She doesn't mention that Shedeur has been working on his own, getting real reps in. And for what? So she can push the idea that Shedeur isn't ready yet. She even talks up Bailey Zappi like he's a proven star, even though he barely did anything in New England. But somehow she acts like he's the safe option now. Why is it always Shedeur who's not ready or not good enough in her eyes? It feels like she's helping Stefanski create a fake reason to bench Shedeur again, making it look like a careful decision instead of bad coaching. This isn't reporting anymore, it's damage control. Mary Kay is trying to protect Stefanski, not tell the truth. And the more she talks, the more obvious it becomes. What do you think? Is Mary Kay covering for Stefanski again, or does she really not get it?
So I think basically how it went down exactly, where you and I looked at each other, Dan, and I was like, I don't see number 12 out there, and you kind of confirmed what I was seeing. But look, this is obviously something we saw it heading into the New England game. Shedeur Sanders, his name alone continues to move the needle, and it's going to be something that people are interested in a game where, quite honestly, two teams with losing records right now, there's not, I don't think, going to be nationally a ton of intrigue, but Shedeur Sanders...
It's funny how even when Shedeur Sanders isn't playing, everyone's still talking about him. The minute reporters noticed he wasn't on the field, everything changed. Shedeur is the story. His name brings attention and pressure, but he handles it like a star. Even in a game between two struggling teams, he's the main focus, not the records or matchups. That tells you a lot. Shedeur has become bigger than what Stefanski is trying to trap him in. Even without playing, he keeps fans and media watching. That's real star power. And maybe that's what bothers them most. Because even when Shedeur is quiet, he's still the center of attention.
As reported, head coach for the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, reported that he will step down and allow Tommy Rees to take over for the play calling, which should have been done because Tommy Rees is the offensive coordinator.
This move was long overdue. Stefanski is stepping down from calling plays, giving that job to offensive coordinator Tommy Rees. And the timing? It's no accident. With pressure building around the Shedeur situation and the offense struggling, it feels like something big is happening. Is this a fresh start, or just Stefanski trying to fix the mess he made? This is the second year in a row he stepped back from play calling. He says he trusts Rees and calls it a step forward, but honestly, it looks like damage control. The Browns' offense keeps running into the same problems, and Stefanski keeps making changes only when he's backed into a corner. He's had years to fix this. But every time things fall apart, he blames the situation and hands the job to someone else. It doesn't look like leadership. It looks like panic. If he really trusted Rees, why didn't he do this before the season got messy? Stefanski isn't leading the team, he's avoiding responsibility. And it's becoming clear, the problem isn't the playbook. It's the coach who keeps rewriting it.